Art Collins here with a Bitcoin day trading system for you wild cowboys out there. A little rich for my personal blood, but if you're into it, see if you like this. Bitcoin is maybe the only futures contract that is not sized to logically reflect the underlying cash market. The big futures contract is worth 5 times the cash. As of this writing, the cash is around $70,000. It would cost you around $350,000 to own the full futures contract outright. Most people trade micro contracts, which are 1/50th the size of the big futures contract or 1/10th the size of the cash Bitcoin. Trading 10 micros would put you in line with the cash value, but whether you trade 110 or however many micro contracts, the micro does not register any value other than 0 in historic research data banks, at least not in TradeStation. So it would have been convenient to, come up with a micro analysis or a group of 10 to reflect the cash and let you work whatever multiples you're going to trade. But I'm left with no choice but to test for the big contract, because again, the micros are not registering. Keep in mind that you'd probably trade some fraction of it. The easy shorthand is to divide all the following numbers by 5 to put you in line with the cash value, which again represents 10 micro contracts. With that adjustment, you would have only benefited approximately 1/5 of the profit in average trade, but the good news is that the displayed prohibitive drawdown amounts also would have been only 20% as large. Hope you got all that. They don't make it easy in Bitcoin, in research anyway. In trading either, I would imagine. All right, Bitcoin futures trade in 23-hour sessions. So if we're going to do a day trading system, we have to arbitrarily size something. And I settled on the S&P 8:30 a.m. to 3:15 p.m. Central time frame. And you should make it a 405-minute bar. That would reflect 1 bar per day. You'd be trading a virtual daily bar. If the 8:30 a.m. Central Open is below yesterday's custom session low, go long at the opening price plus 70% of yesterday's custom session range on a stop. If the 8:30 a.m. Central Time Open is above yesterday's custom session high, sell short at the opening price minus 70% of yesterday's custom session range on a stop. And again, we're looking at gigantic contracts that none of us are going to be trading. But we have to keep apples with apples and oranges with oranges here. Set a $10,000 profit target and a $5,000 stop loss. Exit at the 3:15 p.m. session close. So this is just basic stuff that you've seen me do in all my index research. The open is below the previous day's low, so enter along plus 70% of that range size on a stop. Here, you opened above that high, the previous high. Enter a short on the open minus 70% of that range size on a stop. All right, again, big contract. We're not going to be seeing these profits or these average day trade, trade net profits. We're going to see a much smaller drawdown too. It's all relative. On the big contract, from the start of 2018, that's as far back as we go, through April 5th, 2024, a Bitcoin large contract made $125,400 on 260 trades. 48% of the trades were profitable, $482 average trade, 23,900 worst drawdown, giving you a 524% return on account. So to make it a manageable corresponding slide, let's pretend you're trading 10 micros, keeping it in line with what the cash is increment-wise. Be 1/5 what I just showed you. $25,000 profit, still off 260 trades. Average trade is now $96. Percent profit doesn't change. Max drawdown is now $47.80, and the 524% return on account, which is a relative value, also remains the same. So, a little more manageable there. Are there good ideas in beating the financial futures market too? The 2023 Deluxe Almanac. Reach me at art@artcollinstrading.com, and thank you for joining me.